mindful with. So many times people that do mindfulness classes after weeks will be like, oh my God, I felt the farmer, or I saw that it was raining on the day that this was picked. We develop our sixth sense so much more as a result of becoming so aware. For the dietitians, how did that feel? Because we're so not mindful with our eating. Any experience?
It brings me back to my childhood when I used to peel it like that. We used to have seeds on tangerines.
Okay,
so
right.
I like this purposefully so I could put
And you
the
could put the seeds in
here.
it.
So I just try to peel the same way. That's just the only thing I didn't connect at all with anything nutrition related.
Okay. Anyone else? What about the taste? Did anyone swoosh it around their mouth? Did anyone like really taste it rather than just
Yes, like sunshine in my mouth.
like sunshine in your mouth? What a nice analogy.
This is such a Pisces thing, but it kind of made me feel like like sentiment, like holding it and eating it, like it was like a happy feeling, but like a sentiment, like kind of like like one of those like a happy cry, like feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, like a sentiment feeling.
How many of you felt more like at ease or at peace by taking the time to connect with your food before just scoffing it down?
Yeah.
We tend to taste the flavors more when we take a moment and just get intimate. Think about when you're having intimate relationships with your partners. You take a moment to get to know the person, you connect, you speak to them, and then the act of making love or the act of intimacy, it's the same thing with everything that we interact with. If we slow down to take a moment to get to know it, it's going to taste better, it's going to feel better. Notice how she said she doesn't notice happy things, but yet with this experience, she spoke about a happy sentiment. So it conjures up in us a feeling much more of connectedness. And we're so disconnected in this society, no matter how much we're texting, and no matter how much email, and no matter how much all of that, we're so disconnected with our face-to-face. So when we can get connected to our food or our breath or anything that we're involved with, involving the senses, we can get so much more connected and much more at peace. And this is how the brain starts to change when we actually take the time to slow down. This just took a couple minutes. This is not anything dramatic. Even if you're cutting something with like an apple with a knife, or if you're cutting your chicken at lunch, if you take the moment to kind of feel the knife going through the meat, you're already having some interconnectedness with that being that you're going to be putting in your body. One very common mindful practice that's done among like yogis and people that meditate quite a bit is that they pray over their food. Research shows that the actual structure changes just with some words of grace or some words of prayer. So imagine all the love that you'll give to yourself if you just take a moment to just slow down and get to know the food or whatever it is, even a piece of paper, before you interact with it. And we don't take that 5 or 10 seconds to connect with what we're doing because we're always in a rush. So I'd like for how many of you are going to deal with students or other people later the rest of your day? Okay, so I'd like for you to take a moment when you're working with those students, you're working with whomever that you're going to work with the rest of the day, to just take one moment before you start your conversation and look into that person's eyes. So I want you to turn to a partner and practice that here. Before you say anything, and I want you to wish them well. You can say it out loud, you can say it to yourself. And I want you to wish the person well. Just send the thought of love, of grace, of good living, whatever it is. Take that 5 seconds before you start the conversation and see what that does to you inside.